So now I'm on the ride to my parents' house because they live in the capital area, and the only international airport, or kind of the only international airport, is close by them. So I have to drive there, then I can get on the flight to Egypt. So next up, my parents' house. So I'm at my parents' house. I arrived on Thursday, and now it's Saturday, and Sunday morning is the flight out. I'm not a fan of driving this much and long, but yeah, it's quite gray over here in Iceland. It's going to be quite strange to be actually in the sunlight. For those of you wondering, Hugo is going to be staying at my parents' house. He's going to be loving it. He's going to be spoiled rotten. Basically, now I'm at my parents' house, just waiting to get picked up to go to the airport. That's going to be at 6 a.m. The clock now is 1 a.m. Yeah, it's going to be great. Yeah, I'm not a type A person, barely a type B person, just not a morning person. And if you ask my family, my sister and my mom and dad, they would all say, yeah, he's a cute type. But I'm just gonna stay awake, had my coffee, watch YouTube, chill, and getting picked up by my best friend's father and him. And me and my best friend are going to Egypt. So now let's cut to B-roll of us going to the airport. Okay, we just arrived at our hotel room. It looks pretty good. It's just what we need. You ain't gonna be spending much time here anyways, so it's gonna be perfect. One thing that was quite interesting when we're entering the country, we hadn't even passed passport control and the border in the airport before somebody was actually begging us for money. Yeah, that was a little bit of a culture shock. We're not used to that in Iceland, but that was really interesting. And also quite helpful people willing to help us with our bags and instead get money. But yeah, that's not gonna fly, at least not with me, but somebody might be duped into that. We're gonna head out and maybe catch a beer, but I'll call it good for today. So see you tomorrow. So it's a pretty good view we got here in our hotel room, and I'm really happy about it. It's actually just very simple. It's just 2 beds, bathroom, that's it. You don't need any more, seriously. If you're actually going for the deluxe hotel room, then you probably aren't gonna be exploring the town and the city you're staying in. So it's basically just a place where I can lay my head and store my stuff. But so far so good. And tonight it's actually gonna be a tour around the old town, probably some shopping, and I'll bring my camera along. But first, a little pool action. So after lazying around the pool area, which was awesome. By the way, bar in the middle of the pool is always a good idea, except when you have to pay, but it's free. So yeah, that was freaking awesome. But now, before we get too comfy in the hotel and just staying in the hotel, we're heading down to the old market, and I'll tell you more about it after we've been there. So if you watched this far along, how about hitting the like and subscribe button? I want to give my afterthoughts of the old market down here. It was interesting. It was okay. There was a couple of places that were really cool, like the mosque and the cliff where the restaurant was built in, which we didn't go to, but we looked at. It's, yeah, one thing about the culture here, and it's more the salesman's culture. It's very, very, what can I say, in your face. They're always going like, hey, where are you from? Where do you want to come in? And so on. So that's a thing you definitely have to get used to, especially coming from Iceland, where, yeah, people ain't going to be like that. It's not like that. For those of you who have been to Las Vegas, you remember the people handing out tickets and so on. Yeah, 5 times that in your face. And they're always asking, where you're from, would you want to come in, and so on. It was almost, I was almost starting to look for a place that wasn't doing that, just to go in there and just, hey, you didn't be in my face, so I'm gonna actually reward you with my business and just thank you for not being so and so. But it was awesome, and especially the mosque. It was really cool, and the minarets on the mosque, super cool. But yeah, it's been a little bit of a culture shock, but it's been a fun culture shock because it's so far from what I'm used to, and even if I go further away, it's going to be even more, because Icelanders we are quite withdrawn. We're not running up to people's faces and so on. It's a fun thing to visit here because it's almost once in a lifetime. So the plan for the next couple of days basically is tonight is Soho, and I'll of course bring my camera. Day after that is going to be a day trip to Cairo and to Giza to look at the pyramids. And then it's just me and my friend just wandering around. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering why he hasn't been in camera, he's camera shy, and I'm not the person who puts a camera up to his face. Yeah, that's not gonna happen because I value his privacy. He doesn't want to be on camera, and I respect that. Maybe I'll turn him around later on, but we'll see. I just discovered something really fun. Departure for Cairo is 4:20 in the morning, and for the night owl me, yeah, that's gonna be great fun. But still not gonna change my plans. We're just going to Soho to look at the square and the shopping and so on, and having hopefully an awesome dinner. When I was putting together this video, I noticed that I had forgotten to give my afterthoughts on how Soho Square was and everything like that, and closing out the video. So here it is. Soho Square reminded me a lot of Las Vegas. It looked cool, but it felt fake because it was kind of stripped of all culture, and it was like strange things from other places which had been incorporated into there. They had Laurel and Hardy statues and so on. So it was nice not to being pestered, because it was obviously a rule of the square. You can pester the tourists, but at the same time, it felt kind of devoid of all personality. But looked very cool, and there were good food there. We did very little shopping in the trip entirely, but it was cool looking around. But I'll catch you in the next one, and see ya.